Today, we play Best of One.
The only one in Best of One.
What? Genius axes!
Ta-da!
Eurian. This is Standard. Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and my vanilla ice cream has a little bit of new flavor. We've got some new cards for the mono white kind of grindy token deck. The biggest best is definitely Virtue of Loyalty, the ability to make the 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance, and then also a 5-mana enchantment that continues to make your creatures bigger and stronger. And this deck is a fun one because I get to take full advantage of making that 2/2 knight at flash speed, because when I make a creature on the opponent's turn, I draw a card with Welcome. And then when I make a creature on my turn with something like Wedding Announcement, I draw a card with Welcome. And then on the opponent's turn, I use Wandering Emperor to flash in another creature. And then on my turn, I make another creature, and I'm drawing cards, and I'm drawing cards. And you know I love drawing cards. The biggest problem, though, with this white value deck that was kind of a holdover, and you still see it, is a lot of ambitious farmhands, a lot of spirited companions, and the problem is those cards are too slow and too weak to do anything against mono red, the only deck that matters in Mythic Best of One. So we have a much higher land count than we've ran before in this deck. We don't run Ambitious Farmhand or Spirited Companion, which might make some of you be like, what? But instead we remove the opponent's stuff a lot. So we have Smites, plus Laydown Arms, plus Ossification, plus Destroy Evil. We have a lot of ways to take things off the board. One Soul Cauldron also helps just distribute some +1/+1 counters, make our creatures even better, and take control of the graveyards against things like the Virtue of Persistence. It's a Planeswalker deck, it's a token deck, it's mono white control-ish mid-range, and it's stronger than I think you'll think it should be. So let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. Whether you are a student of the dojo or a salty mono red scrub, head over to Moxfield, the official home for all of my deck lists. Study the curve, see an example hand, or do a virtual playtest. Whether you're trying to beat the one or study your sensei, find everything you need at Moxfield. Moxfield.com, the best site for Magic the Gathering decks on the internet. Well, they're probably not mono red, but they're probably a monocolored aggro deck because they didn't get... Okay, they are mono red. I thought they might be white. Like, they didn't bother getting an avatar or anything. It did buy these disgusting, pathetic, tasteless sleeves that only such a disaster of a gamer would run. Well, the Smites are ready to ball. Green. Interesting. Another one. Nasty. That's a lot of land. I guess I'm relying on the Aganjo here. Could also play the Welcome to get more cards out of it, but man. It's too risky, right? They just remove the one token and they'd be drawing 2 cards here. Let's get some cards. There's a Wandering Emperor. They might have a hard time with that card. 3rd, huh? Must be nice to be that good at Magic. Destroy Evil. I love it. I guess we hold, though. Wait for the commitment to combat. Well, that's just mean. What'd my token ever do? you for the kimono. And draw a card. And draw another card. And lay down arms the chick. And watch the opponent run! Trying to find an easier victim. I feel like I've played Muffin before, and I want to say mono red, but I'm really unsure. Whatever. If it's creatures, we got them. And when they're above 500 Mythic with Jace sleeves, don't think they're playing control. They're not. They're just liars. Liars in their heart. Nothing more evil than a mono red player. True scum of the earth. You think you have enough? I guess we get this going. Well, nothing to gain from this play. Patience, to the best of my ability anyway. Sometimes they just react to things they shouldn't. Okay. 7. We're about to gum up the ground. That's the good news. Gotta keep them out of the air. It's kind of gross.
I hope you like your hors d'oeuvres extra crispy. You're lucky this is a warning shot.
They didn't use the mana, that's nice.
I draw breath.
6 life. 5. I mean, I could lay down their kimono, but I could also lay down my own architect and go up to 9. I actually think it might be lay down my token, go up to 9. The architect can hold down the ground. Basically counter a lightning strike. Okay, give me a shot. Because then next turn we can make the architect fly, take out the Chandra. Has vigilance. Down to 8.
Watch me heat up the dance floor.
Well, you honorless heathen. Do something. I block. Strike face. Don't know that that's it, but we'll see. 5 life is not much.
To the skies.
Get it? Let's have some things ready for hasty stuff. Oh, darn it, an ossification. Could have made a lifelinker.
No after party. I'm wiped out.
So is it just strike you, play with fire? Was your hand that good? Swifty. Huh? Trigger draw? giving me cards. They're just trying to burn their way through everything, huh? I mean, I guess I had the draw trigger anyway. Down to 2. Cauldron. Well, I hope what they're relying on. I hope sincerely that what they are relying on here. Oh, lay down arms. I was gonna say it's a bloodthirsty adversary, but this does the job.
We fight together.
Had enough? Why do they keep running things into the architect? I need to understand. Their misclick is their plan. I could also throw the 1/1 in front of it for a life. That would have been smart. And yeah, they have Monstrous Rage, which makes it a 5/3. I could also kill it with the commando. Oopsie. Is there anybody on this frickin' ladder who knows a strategy that doesn't start with turn 1 Kumano faces Kakazan? Does anybody have a brain left? Or has Magic Arena sucked it all away? I think we have to save the laydown arms because of Thalia. And I'm right. This doesn't count as having a brain. Come on. It's mono red, but a little more boring. You don't top deck wins. You just curve out or you lose. Vanguard. I think this is the play. We want to make absolutely sure that we double spell next turn and we get a free ossification if they don't play Athalia. I understand. What do they have? They have that Convoke card, right? Okay, we should do this now. Normally I would hold back until right before combat, but we should do this now. I really want to ambush with the Virtue of Loyalty though, but if they play that Convoke card, then they get 2 drops. All right. Yeah, it's awkward, but it's the way it is. Gotta stop that Convoker, or at least make it take as long as possible. Trying to decide if I need another restoration here. I think we want to get the wedding announcement going. No Convoke here yet. Nice. Now the Virtue can start pumping up our creatures, and they will overwhelm our opponents quickly. Resto Iganjo? Not yet. Oh, ho! Hello. Our opponent plays Wandering Emperor in their white aggro deck.
Then guide it like water.
And they go for the, what I would call the slightly more aggressive line.
Treat our enemies.
Wish I'd played the, I did not think I'd have to use Restoration there, but if I had, I would have been able to have this on the battlefield this turn. Should have thought of Wandering Emperor. Not gonna matter. We're going to have too many creatures and they're going to be too strong. This hand does a little bit of everything. Let's keep it. Play around to cut down. Might even, I mean, if they don't cast something, I might not even play the Virtue this turn, so I just get the Welcome into play. And then I can draw off the Virtue later. Black, white. Missionary? Okay, we'll do this. Please let this Welcome survive. It's a very important card to me. Mythic. Black, white, super grindy, control-y thing. They do have the cut down, but they had to use mana this turn to do it. And it might bottleneck them. Let's get the wedding announcement ticking. Let's try to save the Wandering Emperor. There will surely be something that needs to be exiled, and there will always be a Shieldred nearby. Not that worried about one missionary. There's Shelly. I see you. Actually, do we want to save this? Take 2, play the Laydown Arms. Have up Wandering Emperor. Not bad. Pretty good. Get this thing exiled. They showed us a missionary, right? This Elspeth is pretty good too. Let's go.
I have been reborn. You shine bright, hero.
Creatures. We have creatures. And we are drawing cards. Shieldreds, I'm telling you. I think we want to ossificate this one. She can take it. Not a big deal. We're going to gain the life back pretty fast.
Time. Shoot piece.
Beautiful.
We fight together.
Hold up Wandering Emperor. No, stay patient. She's a bit of a trump card. Play her at the right time, you just get so much more out of her. You scooping it up? Can't handle this many interesting permanents at once. Too powerful. All the spot removal. It really makes spot removal look bad. Boom. Smiting and welcoming and announcing weddings. And it's mono red. But we've got a curve. They'll need a perfect draw. Go and put it past them. It's a race to see how many spells they can cast. Get out. And get out. Yep. Pretty solid card. Ooh, I don't have the planes. All right, Iganjo. Even though I do need the land, Iganjo it is. I don't think it's going to work the way you want it to if you play a Monstrous Rage on it. It would be your first non-land permanent. There it is. So we take the 5. We draw the land. Let's get Elspeth and the Lifelinkers cooking.
I will put an end. Ready, arms!
It won't take much. A little bit of lifelink goes a long way. let's get the wedding going. Anybody want to get married today? Adversary. Mm-hmm. What you gonna do with that? A little rage? Sure. So strong. You're a 6-4. Wow. You're going face. Wow. Absorb what we can. It's all about life.
You will shine bright, hero.
So, virtue and smite. All about life. Life is all that matters. Checking out my graveyard, making sure the Elspeth -6 isn't very good. It's not. See if they activate this foundry. Okay. Interesting. Not what I expected, but fine. I'll keep making lifelinkers. This is working out for me. The rope comes out. Oh no.
Ready arms!
Now they power up foundry, huh? I guess we just hold. Doesn't even bother me. They can't get past the removal, we'll win. You have to think about Godric these days, so like having Destroy Evil up, probably better than drawing a card with Welcome, but there you go. Come at me. Go for it. I guess I didn't mean that. It's a 1/4. Ouch. Who else has 4 toughness these days? Nobody, right? Now let's see if they can do the same to mine. But will I draw a way to use it? Thalia and the Gitrog monster, huh? Ain't that something? All 3 smites. Now that's something. Oh, cool. Nothing else? I like that. Ooh, a cottage as well? And another wedding announcement? Nasty. I think the cottage is more dangerous than the fortress, and we're going to play the Eternal Wanderer. So yeah, let's get this done. Also, a little basics check for the opponent, but I'm sure they have it. I would. 2 swamps. I wonder if it's a Beseech the Mirror deck. Hello.
I'll clean up this mess. Show them the edge of your blade.
Hey, that's another creature. Comes removal from the opponent. They can send 1 thing at the Wandering Emperor. Or the Eternal Wanderer, rather. Lord Skitter, huh? Probably get the Field of Ruin. It's been all spells so far, but believe me, there are token makers in the deck. They'll come out to play soon. In the meantime...
Worse.
Eternal Wanderer here is doing work. That's a good draw too.
We can win this together.
Commando. Here comes Lauren. And Lauren will take down Wedding Announcement. Kick it over to the opponent. Underdog. I have a smite. Another rat comes out. Skitter wants the Emperor? Are you sure? All right, attacks have been declared. I want the underdog gone. Card advantage. I'm the only one who can be doing that. Commando ambush Skitter. I think that's good. The other thing is to get the Vigilant online and put the double striker in front of Skitter. If we're gonna trade, I guess we would want it to be with the double striker because we can just make more. And the play is Smite. Opponent is also full of Smite. Could be worse. Double strike. Draw.
Thank you for your help.
Land. Arms. Virtue. Let's get those counters going. And we still have a commando to draw a card on the opponent's turn. They have a Wandering Emperor, and they have a concede button. Ribbit. And we are back for a post-game wrap-up. A post-game wrap you may hear a few times if you are a regular viewer of the show, and I, hope that you are, and, if this is your first time hearing it, here's information about me, about CGB. I am traveling to MagicCon Las Vegas, but unlike other MagicCons I've traveled to this year, all of the ones I've traveled to this year, I'm actually working at this show. I have a job. I am hosting Game Nights Live, which honestly is like one of the coolest roles I've ever been offered. And if you're new to Magic or you only focus on Arena, you may not have heard of the Command Zone and Game Nights Live, but you should check it out. They have a YouTube channel. So what does this mean? It means I have to be in Vegas for a long time this week for rehearsals because they are pros. This is a serious production. This is a big deal. So with that in mind, I have to record a whole bunch of videos in a very small window. So if the videos are shorter than you remember, this is the reason why. If the videos don't have a special outro where I talk about the stats, this is the reason why. It's a real challenge that I don't think most people ever have to understand, to both find decks and then play decks and then make footage with decks for like 10 consecutive days upcoming within the span of a couple of days, which is the situation I'm in. So if the decks are net decked in some situations or in more than normal, or they don't seem like the typical CGB deck, that is also because of the schedule I'm trying to keep. And I do appreciate your patience. I take having an audience very seriously. I appreciate you a great deal. I love that you tune in all the time. I love that you have an expectation of me, that becomes heavy, and I feel it in the comments when people are like, this is not the usual CGB deck, or he looks tired today, or things like that. Yeah, I know, because sometimes if I'm traveling, I have to record up to 10 hours of video in a single day to try to cover some of that space. So thank you to those who are patient. The comments get in my head. I know it comes from a place of love. It's really not helpful to leave such comments, but at least for those of you who watch till the end, you have an answer, which maybe you can go back and let people know who do leave those comments, and then just leave that this isn't my usual thing. I try to give you about a lunch break's worth of content every single day if I can, and that is what I plan to do when I get back from Vegas. For those of you attending MagicCon Las Vegas, I will be doing game nights live on Friday. Please come out to the show. I will put on the very best show that I can as a commentator for the Game Nights Live Championship. And if you're there on Saturday, I plan to do meet and beats at 2 p.m. local time at the Ultimate Guard booth. And what that is, you don't need to have a deck or anything. If you ever wanted to play against me, they have decks on hand. They're like all-star decks from standard past. You can sit down and play a little best of one against the one in best of one at 2 p.m. at the Ultimate Guard booth on Saturday. At least that's the plan right now as I know it. And then the last thing is on Sunday, you can find me at the Game Nights booth at 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., shutting the place down, the last signing of the weekend. So I would really appreciate it if you come by and get your Shark token signed. I even signed Jinga Taxis. I even signed Mountains. I signed Fervent Champions. Honestly, I get asked all the time, would you sign a Krenko? Guys, it's your cards. And I know I wouldn't be here without you. And that is why when I'm at these events, it really is like I'll do my best to meet you. Now, the other thing I get asked all the time is, can we play a game of Commander? I don't know. It's really hard for me to get time to play Commander. And often I get asked, hey, CGB, please come play with us. And I'm like, I can't. I'm going to thing. It's my only chance of the whole weekend to get in the merch line. You know, stuff like that comes up. So I can't promise you a game of Commander, but I'll do my best. And if you see me, say hi. Let me know you watch the show. It means a lot to me, of course. It's the best part of what I do, honestly, is meeting so many people at these things this year. I've only got 2 more appearances this year. 1, MagicCon Vegas. 2, almost used the wrong finger, Cool Stuff Inc. in Command Fest Orlando, and that is coming up in October. You've seen some ads for it here on the channel, so hopefully I'll get to see you guys there. And if I'm not haven't come to your country yet, there's always next year. Anyway, this outro thing is going to be used a number of times to help explain to people what's up with the videos, because people always leave me a bunch of comments while I'm gone with things like, this didn't feel like a usual CGB video, or why isn't it long enough, or why is it a net deck, or why does he look tired? That's why, because I'm putting in the work to make sure that every day you guys get a little something to get you through your day until I'm back in the office. And in the meantime, off to do some exciting things. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next video. And don't accuse me of not remembering to say it. I am putting this in every video for a reason, so that you hear your daily dose of "you're cool."